Welcome to the Four Corners series for Workers and Resources Soviet Republic, and we're picking up on the 21st of January 1924. Now, this is a very significant date in the history of the USSR because this is the day that Lenin dies. And one of the consequences of Lenin dying is it leaves a vacuum at the center of the Bolshevik party because Trotsky is also currently recovering from an illness, which allows Stalin to step into the power vacuum, take control, and then take the country in a different direction, especially as the fact that he eventually becomes the dictator of the USSR and lives right through into the 1950s. And one of the more interesting questions you can ask is, say Lenin hadn't died, because he died at the age of 51, he could have lived another 30 years, which meant that he could have taken the USSR and world history in a totally different direction. And of course, that is just simply pure speculation. But the consequence for our little community is that we're now moving into a more industrialized approach, more centralized control. And of course, it won't be long before we start getting the 5-year plans. And from the perspective of the gameplay, we can start thinking a lot more about becoming a more industrial orientated society and leaving our rural background behind. So what I'm going to do now is just going to unpause while I say a big thank you for your comments and feedback. As usual, you guys give me so much to think about, and you have given me a lot to think about in the comments on the previous video, and I'm just going to try and go through them as quickly as possible. Now, one comment I did get was related to the population growth, which is pretty bad at the moment. If you come down here, you can see we're kind of getting more births than deaths, and what someone suggested is that I need to import meat. And what I've done is up here, I've started producing some refrigeration trucks or ice boxes so we can start importing meat. Well, also while we're here, I just want to talk a little bit about my thought process going forward. I think we're getting to a point now where I might start using some surplus electronics to distribute them amongst the population, especially in New Hope, in preparation for when we build our radio station, which will be in the late 1920s. I'm kind of half thinking about possibly exploiting surplus plastics, but I'm not too sure about that at the moment. Anyway, so that's the first comment out. Hopefully that will trigger our population, because one thing I do need to do is start thinking about populating the Tudor town out here. But I've done a quick calculation, and what I'm going to need is about 100 people out here in the first tranche to be able to make sure that everybody's happy. And that's just to cover the minimum requirements of the village, because I've added up the minimum requirements, and somebody suggested that I should reduce the actual workforces in here. I've also done it in the other two villages, but it still comes out as I need 100 people to be able to ensure everything is covered and everybody's happy. And to do that, what we're going to need to do, because each of these buildings only employs 40 people, one thing I am going to do actually is I'm just going to turn this off. In fact, I'm going to do it at the city scale, because I don't think I want anyone with less than 25 loyalty out here. In fact, I don't really want anybody out here without an education either. What I've done is we're trying to build this house here, and I've also allocated this as house as well, because the idea is that our secret police headquarters here is going to need a workforce. The other thing also, I put in a wind turbine here because initially, because we're going to take a little while to build the coal-fired power station. Let's see if I can get that there. Well, I'm going to try and power this initial starting village with wind turbines. Another comment I got was someone saying I was taking a little bit of a risk by going for a coal-fired power plant, and I agree with that sentiment. But one thing I do want to do is, once we got Tudor town populated, is I would like to get at least the coal production going, possibly the iron production, so that we can start making our own steel. This is going to be part of our industrialization process. I've just noticed, as somebody pointed out, I haven't actually accepted those conveyors. And another reason for going for the coal production is that I've been thinking a bit about how we can actually expand overall, because it's going to take ages to get out amongst some of the more better resources. And the only way I can think to really expand the economy faster, because you've got to remember, is that there will be a shortage of trucks that have got reasonable carry capacity and speed. Therefore, what I'm hoping to do is actually get the railway up and running, and then what we're going to do is use the trains to move the bulk supply. Whether it's actually going to work or not is another matter. Now, so that's that out the way. Now, somebody did point out that I should really make this into a gravel road, and that's exactly what I'm going to do here. I'm just going to allocate this to here. We're going to need Titus bulk supply and excavators working on that. Actually, I'm just going to speed the game up a little bit now. So we got that running there. This is rapidly moving forward. Oh, we got a fire. I'm a bit twitchy about fire, so this could be dangerous. Oh no, our fire crews are getting out here. Get out of the way. Come on, quick. Oh, that was a little bit tense. Now, I also had another suggestion, which I quite like the idea of, is building out some additional storage out here in the form of a warehouse and an open store. And I'm also thinking possibly of building an aggregate store out here, one similar to this one. Because I think from a construction perspective, it'd be better to move the goods out and then run the construction offices from these stores. But of course, the first thing we need to do is really get this set up, because that is a little bit of a stumbling block. And what's that there? I'm just going to have a quick check through what we got here. Lack of growth, conveyors and pipelines. Oh yeah, somebody mentioned about, because we've got these pump jacks here, just trying to improve the efficiency here, because again we've got these horrible little oil tank trucks moving backwards and forwards. So I've been thinking about that. What I'm going to do is we're going to start by building this here. So we're going to put excavators on it. We're going to need bulk supply there. We're going to need concrete and steel, and of course we're going to need workers as well. Now, I know it may seem counterintuitive to build this before we build the pipelines here, because normally you'd build from the pump jacks towards here, but the way I'm thinking at the moment is that if I build backwards, this will shorten the distance to the refinery. So instead of the oil wagons going all the way out around here to deliver, what we can do is deliver to here, which will then pump the oil into the refinery. And of course, we get this one in, we'll also connect to the power station as well. So we're going to do that. I'm going to put, I think we're going to use New Hope still on this one, and I'll put Titus workers on here, although oops, the game keeps on doing that from time to time. But New Hope still and Titus workers on there. Got a bit of a traffic jam. Where's the traffic jam? Down here. I'm not sure I really need this built at the moment. I'm kind of I think I'm going to suspend that at the moment, because I think now we've got this excavator here working, it seems to be going quite well. We've also going to need to get another wind turbine in here to be able to supply the power to these supplies here. As I say, the coal-fired power station is the long term, the wind turbine is the short term. So overall, things are going relatively quickly. I've already speeded the game up. I just want to see, because I think one of the nice things we're going to need to do is actually get the icebox trucks down here. We should have 3 of them. Get them down to here so that we can allocate there. And what I'm thinking is that we're probably getting enough meat from here to deliver locally. Let me just see, new heap. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take Titusville off of here. I'm going to push this to 100%. I mean, we're not getting vast amounts of meat from here. What I would like to do is we'll have one truck probably delivering to here, get meat into here, because as far as I can tell, as most of the meat is quite literally going to here, and then we'll get another wagon sending, or 2 wagons delivering meat out to here, which I think would make a difference. Yeah, I'm just going to reduce that down a little bit, actually. I don't think we need that number of workers in here. Somebody did mention about actually reducing the workers in the shops. I think out here is not quite so important, but let's drop these down to 10 as well. I think this one here needs to stay at 6. That should release more workers to get things done, although I mean in some ways that we've probably got some unemployment in here as well. Well, we haven't really got unemployment. Maybe if we push more workers onto the fields here, we might get a bit more livestock being produced and a bit more meat. Let's just see here. Looks like we've finally got the first of our icebox trucks here. Put the meat in here. And we're going to deliver directly to there. I'll just probably get you to wait until unloaded. That's slightly optimistic, but and then what I'm going to do is pick you up. This one's going to be a bit of a long haul. I think we can just deliver directly. So I think to get the meat out here to make a difference, we're probably going to need 2 ice trucks. And I'll just skeet over to here. We just got a couple of horse passengers. Just check. Make sure. Yeah, we're okay at the moment. Yeah, this is the last one. It's just about to build. I think I'm just going to wait for that to finish. I'll send you back down. So yeah, we'll let you do the honors. Okay, we've got this here now. You're going to be gravel. Well, that's certainly what I want to do. Oh, we got fire. And I think we'll start by, you can gravel there. Well, that fire's been put out quite quickly. And the idea is going to be to fill this up with gravel, and then maybe going forward what we're going to do is possibly start to use this as a pickup point. Now the other thing I also was working on here is this. Well, I'm hoping that with this footpath we'll be able to get workers can walk down to here. You can see we've got a nice lot of supply of bitumen and gravel in here, and we've got the conveyor here. So hopefully that will get things going. Let's see if we can get that finished first. Actually, let's just see if I can pull in. What's my bulk supply guys on? How many jobs have you got? An unfinished road. What we might do is let you have the support there. And is that finished? And we'll maybe put a bit of extra support onto there as well. I think food wise we're okay. We've still got stuff in food in there. We got food in there. But we still got quite a lot of crops. I'm saying food, but what I really mean is crops. Just want the population to build up. So how are we doing? That wow, we've lost 100 deaths. What happened there? I'm not sure. Why did we lose 100 people? I'm a little bit concerned about that. How did we suddenly lose 100 people? And they're all deaths. I mean, do we have a health problem? Or is it just the effect of winter? But it all seems to come in a big spike. Just get in here. Let me just take a look at health. We seem to have had a bit of a collapse from a health perspective here. Is that due to... I think we're going to have to increase our number of staff in here. Now I could bring more people in, but I don't really want to do that just at the moment. I mean, we don't need the population as long as we don't keep collapsing like that. Let's just see what we got here. I mean, see, the health is good here. We actually have a... So we got... Hopefully if we got meat in here now. Got a bit of meat in here which would be coming from here. I mean, losing 100 people is... Well, that's the entire population of Tudor Village, which I'm trying to build up. We've got a little bit of meat in here, so hopefully that is going to kind of making a difference. So that I don't really want to drain this money out as well. So let me just take a look at the economic situation. Yeah, we kind of imported a fair amount of meat. We may have to start suspending the steel imports, but at the same time I would just like to gain some momentum. I kind of feel that I'm a little bit stuck at the moment. I mean, there's part of me that says, yeah, let's push on, let's get things going, but everything is just so slow. But we do have this here. This, I mean, lugging all the gravel around is quite important. In fact, I think should be take you off. Let me just check. We did take off the... Yeah, we want to remove you. We don't want you in there now. What we want is... going to rename you so that I can actually know what's going on. This is Titus asphalt gravel. So we got you built there. Is this footpath finished? Yes, it is. That means we've actually got a few workers in here. So what we so who's the... It's the bulk supply guys, isn't it? What we're going to do is put you on there so that you can pick up the asphalt from there. That means that the few occasions that we do need asphalt, I'm not exactly sure. I think you need asphalt. And of course we got this out here that needs to be built. And I think trying to build this road was a bit of a mistake. I'm going to stick with it. Let's see what the road crew is doing over here. This guy doesn't seem to have much to do. I think somebody mentioned about kind of finishing off all the roads here. And that's something I would like to do. But I think we're put in that little bit of road there. We have to put workers on here because I'm pretty sure that will kind of put up. The other thing I wouldn't mind doing is footpath as well. Put this here. Must admit that I'm actually starting to think that this actual hotbar is more useful for building roads than the bottom bar actually. Okay, I'm just going to put the bulk supply New Hope road crew, where are you? And workers on there as well. Just so that we can get this area kind of filled in a little bit. Yeah, you're quite happily delivering to the concrete plant. We just seem to be losing population and can't understand what's causing this death rate. 98. We seem to be losing. Is this to do with the fact that I brought in immigrants? But the population seems to be starting to collapse. 99. 100. Why is everybody dying? So we've got no escapes, we just got people dying. 103. You've got... I think it's got to be over here. Pub, electronics, culture, meat. So we're not... It says 95%. 85%. Or was it just the age? People are aging. What is the average age? The average lifespan 75. I think what's probably happening is the average lifespan is dropping, isn't it? Or we're just gonna have to try and ride this through and see how it goes. I mean, I could bring some more people in. I think if the population drops below 2,000, what I'm gonna have to do is resort to bring in some people in. I think that's the only thing I can do, because I think if we get below 2,000, we're gonna have a critical mass, which could end up with the population collapsing. Because the problem is that as the population drops, we're going to get less people working around the various buildings. I'm kind of going to reduce my secret police. You're becoming a little bit of a burden on our community. Sorry about that, but we need our community to be a little bit more. I'm going to drop you down as well, because I need my community working within the population. Athletics club there. I think we could probably drop this down because the population is crashing, see? I think what I will do is, what is the loyalty like? We've got 50%. So, I mean, we've got good loyalty, because I do wonder whether with this low loyalty it is having actually an effect on the birth rate as well. But I thought that was less than 30%. Maybe if you're at 40%, the birth rate drops as well. Sorry, back to here again. It was, again, we're still having a lot more deaths than what we've got. This is I don't think there's much I can do at the moment except for just keep watching and hoping things are gonna turn round and look for problems. We've got some medium distribution offices here, which I mean, how many vehicles we got in here? 2. I've got any spare covered holes? I could push one of them over to there. I think what we got here. This is a nice box. Okay, you there. We're going to deliver it out to here and just push you out. Any more covered holes? What we got here? These are passenger vehicles. Let's just get. I'm gonna make some more covered holes. 2, 3. Quick check. Okay at the moment. I suppose on the positive side, what we can get is the fact that, I suppose on the positive side, by not actually having so many population, we're going to consume less food. But it's just this. You just got this here. Again, the population, the birth rate has dropped again really quickly. Back to 2,308. We got but we need that. This is being built here. We've got work going on here. What are we doing here? Why have I got an ambulance coming in here? Oh, wait. I wonder if you're actually killing my population by bringing them up here. Okay, we're going to stop this. You Go there. I think that's what these guys are doing. Oh, we got a new vehicle type. I've got a feeling what's happening is they're going down here and picking up. The ambulances are picking up people, but they're not they're bringing them up here. Of course, they've got no treatment because there's no doctors. And let's just see. Let's just zoom out and check that. I must admit, I didn't think that there was the coverage there. Okay. Because if they come here and pick up people from here and then take them up to here, they're effectively kind of killing them, is probably the polite way of saying it. See if that is going to make any effect. We'll stop them doing that. Right, we've got a new vehicle type. What's this here? Oh, it looks like it's got a Cyrillic name, so it could be that we've now got our first Soviet trucks. Let's see here. What have we got here? We got here, it's a dumper. Okay, dumpers, let's take a look, do a comparison. It's 11,000. It carries 3 tons of gravel, which is exactly the same as the horse-drawn dumper, and it travels nearly twice as fast. Now the problem we're going to have is the fact that if, say for example, we put some dumpers into here, they're going to get stuck behind the trucks going through here. But what I could do is start changing them here. Now the next question is, do I buy them off the vehicle depot or do I manufacture them? What's the template cost going to cost me? Dumper. It's going to cost me 144,000 rubles, which is the equivalent of about, what's that, 10 trucks. It's going to require 4 tons of steel. I think for the moment we're just going to buy trucks. It's this missing steel, which is an indicator that we've got too many electronics at the moment, so we'll just drop that down. I think for the moment, because we've got quite a lot of money, I'm going to buy trucks as I need them, because that would represent the trucks being supplied from the big factories. I think it doesn't really fit well to be producing trucks in that horse stable. Wagons is fine, yeah, because we could breed the horses and do that. What I am interested in is where could we use the trucks? My instinct is up here with this is Titus workers. They're dumpers. Now bulk supply could be quite useful because the trucks will be going out in a distance up here, so twice the speed up here would be quite useful, as long as they don't get stuck behind wagons. Maybe we can use them on the bulk supply side. It could be quite useful to use them. I can't see the point of using them along here. We could use them here, but I don't think we're going to buy the trucks just yet. We could do a bit of an experiment here. You've got, yeah, let's just do a bit of an experiment here. What we can do is we're just going to sell you. We're going to buy 1 truck. Let's buy 1 dumper. Traffic jam, yes, thank you. Oh, I could have changed the colour as well. And we're just going to send you to here. Here's the traffic jam. Oh, it's just because we're not using the... He's already out and about. Oh, no, he hasn't got there yet, sorry. Anything else we can build here? It'd be nice to kind of fill in that footpath there. I think that's big enough to... We've got footpaths through here. Got a little bit of road here. I wouldn't mind filling in as well. And again, we're going to need all the crews and the workers on this. It's a bit short. We'll just fill in that little section there. We could also got in here. To make this, we'd have to do a temporary road. Some of these roads are a little bit long, but we got a road here, and we're only on the 16th of April. I think what I'm also going to do is just fill in that road there. Just take a chance that we don't need that. Right, let's just follow our local friendly truck here. He's stuck behind these. It's going to be interesting because one factor that could be useful is if he loads quicker. So it's quite difficult to tell whether he'd be loading quicker. Nice looking truck actually. Even sorry about the trees, but right. Let's see how quickly he loads. This isn't going to be scientific. This is just going to be kind of observational. He did seem to load marginally quicker. Let's see where he's going. See, if he gets a nice clear road like this, he's fine, but the moment he gets stuck... Oops, thank you, game. I like the fact that you can hear the sound is almost like he's changing gears. And I've driven really old trucks, and you've really got to know what you're doing because there's no synchro mesh on the gearboxes. And if you miss the gear change, that's it. You're in trouble. Why is he turning around? Oh no, he's just doing a delivery. Okay. Yeah, I think I can live with that. So maybe we can put a few more trucks in. I think the best place to use them would be over here. If we start getting the distribution people kind of dropping in here, I think that will make a difference. We've got 156 tons in here at the moment, which is good. We've got a bit of workers here. The population, sorry. See, well, the births are picking up and the deaths are dropping down. We've had one escape, so we're kind of holding at 2,300. So I do wonder whether it was our homicidal doctors in Tudor Town that were actually killing our patients by taking them here where there was no treatment. Things on fire. Oops. Our fire crews are working here. These guys have got virtually nothing to do out here. But let me just see. I feel that these guys should be making a contribution over here. And we got down to here. We got Titus silo. Silo's that then. Of this one. Well, you won't be contributing to that, will you be? I think we won't make much of a contribution to there. I think maybe if something like that and that. I'm not sure whether these guys actually... Well, no, it's all concrete now. We've got a Soviet emblem here, which needs a little bit of gravel. What we can do is put you on that. I think these guys seem to go in little bits and starts, don't they? We'll build the emblem. What is this here? It's a frat house. I don't really want to get too diverted. Yes, this is concrete and gravel. I thought I'd allocated this. New Hope bulk supply. Oh no, because this I was still building the road here, wasn't I? I want to put there. We'll put Titus concrete on it. And actually we'll put Titus bulks. No, we don't need Titus bulk supply because they don't need it. And we need Titus workers as well. Part of me says that we need another warehouse up here for electronics and mechanical components as well. So that's something else we're going to need to work on. We've got cranes on here. Is all my cranes out then? No. That's excavators. New cranes. That's concrete. Cranes is up here, isn't it? Yeah, I think part of the problem is the fact that there's probably no workers because we've got no population. And at the moment they're all busy. I think what we're going to need to do we got any got a few workers here. What are you allocated to? You're Titus, the frat house. I'm not sure why you're working on the frat house because I didn't allocate it. I think what we'll do is we need that. I think we're having a population collapse here. Yeah, more births than more deaths than births. I just feel that we're going to make some progress. We just need. I think we need. How's the population now? So we're kind of holding at 2,305, and we've got 415 children coming through. This is frustrating. What do you think, guys? Should I bring some more immigrants in to push the population up a bit? Give me a bit more critical mass. I'll leave that open to the next video. Any opinions, feel free to chuck it in the comments. If not, I'm just going to have to kind of look around and try and keep things going. I'm very interested where all these trucks are going. Asphalt, gravel, distribution. How much gravel are you meant to be building up there? There's 100%. I don't think we need 100%. I'm going to pull it back. We'll put it to 60% at the moment. Drop it to 50%. Actually 40%. We're not. we don't actually need that much gravel. So what we're going to do is let these guys drop. And what I think I will do is we'll bring a couple of trucks in up here. I'm kind of debating bulk supply. Where are you? Where are you going to? You're delivering to the brewer's house. You're delivering to the brewer's house. Yeah. Small aggregate store. Everything's going to the brewer's house at the moment. Yeah. You've just been there. What are you? You're on the way back. How much stone do this gravel does this brewer's house actually need? Virtually everybody is delivering to the brewer's house. Is that because they just need so much gravel? Yeah, we need 26 tons of gravel there, 26 tons of gravel there, 23 tunnels there. 23. Okay, so we've actually got some progress here now. We just need some workers on it. The problem's going to be is even once I've got these built, I think what I might have to do is bring the immigrants in when these buildings are actually built, because we're not going to get a surplus. Again, we've lost 7. And that's with me. You know, what is the general happiness? Yeah, look again. Sorry about this. See, this is 100% health, 99% there, 83%, and we got 50% loyalty. These people have got meat. What is causing the problem? Average age 45, average lifespan. It's the lifespan that's short. I mean, we've got a pretty young population. And it's frustrating. Right, I'm aware that I'm just talking for the sake of talking at the moment, because we just need to make some progress. So I think what we're going to do is just have another run round and check the details, and that's where I'm going to call it for the video. And what I'll do is I'll play on for her a couple of months to see if we can actually improve the situation a little bit. So the local intelligence office is now kind of moving to its next stage. We're getting the gravel coming into here. This is now moved to its next stage. It just needs another 14 tons of gravel once this stage is finished. Tudor Town is getting close if we can put the population in. Generally round here things are looking good. Oh yeah, I've got the covered holes that I kicked off as well, which I need to move over. Let me just do that. Come over to here and just pick up the... I'd like to get these over ready for the harvest. I'll just drop you in there. And just drop you in there as well. Okay, so that will give us 4 here. And I think you've been allocated to this field. They're both allocated. By silent 3. So this is subtitus. This is here. I think what we can do is take off silo 3 now, and then we'll just run to the 2 silos here. And in fact, I think we'll rename you to Soba Silo 2, like that. And what that means is that we should get the entire output of here into these 2 silos here. Just have a check round here and see. I want to make sure that we've got producing food here. We got the food, we got the clothes. Food in here, I think. We got clothes, we got meat, everything there. This is okay. What are you guys doing? You've only got Titus Silo 4. Not exactly sure where Titus Silo 4 is. Where is that? Over here. What's causing the problem here? Missing steel. I don't think you've actually got... Yeah, so we didn't have an allocation to that, which is a bit of a problem. Let me just see. I think you guys can... I think what we'll do is we'll put you onto that and that. And possibly with a view to giving an assist on that. Yeah, thank you for the traffic jam game. Always wanted a traffic jam. This guy's got you there, you there. You there. I think this, you guys have got closer proximity to the thing, so no, you're okay. You're covering all those buildings, so that's okay. And we've got traffic jam. Yeah, I know they're probably all at the quarries, and I think generally everything here is good. This road's been built, whereas on June now is the way I can get in a short length of road here. We could be a bit cheeky and just put in something there, but we'll have to allocate. Put road crew, bulk supply and workers on there, so we can just build in that little bit there. Not that we really need it, but this is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Hope you found it interesting. In the next part, we're just going to carry on trying to build our population up, which is back down to 2,285, which is not good. Well, the month's just rolled over and we still got more deaths than births. We got a new vehicle, so apologies. Take a look at this because I'm interested in every vehicle. I think that was an ambulance. Yes, we got an ambulance now. We got a R3 ambulance. Okay, guys, apologies for the slight discretion, but maybe we can improve performance here. Actually, just have a look at the stats. I think the horse ambulances go quite quickly. Ambulance, what's this here? This is a top speed of 30 kilometers an hour. This is 23, and this can carry 2 passengers. My instinct is to possibly, I mean, a little bit of extra speed around here might make a difference, because we've only got the one ambulance here in the doctor's house. Where are you? You're actually in there. Okay, we're going to sell you. And we're going to kind of make the place look a little bit more modern. I'm going to buy 2. I'm going to buy 2 ambulances like that. I mean, in some ways it's going to be fun to have the newer vehicles running around. And I think what we're going to do is come over to here. Where are you? Yeah, you're actually carrying a, and you carrying a passenger? No, you're not. Yeah, we're just going to sell you. And only the best medical care for our population here. I know some of you, I know there's a risk that we may get, so we're going to get, this is definitely where we're going to leave it. So until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.